if he's in the box, he's coming, and he's coming hard and fast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to On the Bear Tonight, the Citizen Kane of bad YouTube football shows. The Bears entered Week 5 looking to bounce back from a pretty lackluster showing against the Giants. They traveled up to Minnesota to visit their division rivals, the Vikings. Oh boy, here comes Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. The king of 12 o'clock games on the Fox network has arrived. He'll look like Tom Brady in these types of games against bum-ass teams like the Bears. Yes, when the national lights are not on him and no one's paying attention, Kirk Cousins will shine through the clutch. He's going up against our Bears team that is looking just as bad as all the pundits and sports reporters said they were going to be. A lackluster passing scheme? Yep. An inexperienced defensive core? Yep. My will to live missing? Yep. We all knew this was going to be a painful season, but maybe this game will be a little interesting to watch. Vikings get the ball first to start off the game. Kirk Cousins is locked in as he goes full. The entire nation is not watching this game, so that means I can excel. Nobody can stop Justin Jefferson, and Dalvin Cook runs his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Bears get the ball, and Montgomery has himself a first down. But the first drive of the day dies when Dante Pettis can't catch a ball. Boy, I sure hope this doesn't happen again in this game. But Santos is back, and the Bears settle on a field goal. The defense can't adjust again, and Kirk Cousins plays his way down the field, and Cook gets into the end zone again for another Vikings touchdown. Bears down 14-3. Fields gets sacked because of course he does, and the Bears give the ball away. The Vikings proceed to again embarrass the defense for a third straight drive, and the Vikings get another rushing touchdown. It's 21-3, and the Vikings show no sign of stopping. Well, isn't this just great? The Bears aren't just losing here, they're getting embarrassed by the Vikings. Fields tries to march down the field, and he finds a wide open Dante Pettis who, man, that's inexcusable. He was wide open, but you gotta make that catch. Oh no. Well now, the greatest show on turf 2.0 is back out there to continue to embarrass our precious franchise, except not this time. A sack stops the Vikings short, and Fields has the ball once again. He tosses one up to Darnell Mooney, who makes an unbelievable one-handed catch. You see that, Pettis? That's how you catch footballs. That's why he's the number one wide receiver. Bears are in the red zone, and Montgomery stabs one up the middle for a touchdown. Bears are only down by 11 now. The defense is able to stop another Vikings drive, so Fields is back out there, giving a check down pass to Cole Kmet and scrambling for first downs to enter the red zone. He makes a jet sweep pass to 37-year-old rookie Voluis Jones for a touchdown. Only down by 5 now, and Eberflus gets a little gutsy here and calls a 2-point conversion. Unfortunately, they get nothing, but then Eberflus calls a goddamn onside kick. It is again unsuccessful, but holy shit, what a ballsy play. Where the hell was this head coach all season? But fortunately, God rewards the bravado behavior of Matt Eberflus with a Vikings blocked field goal. The Bears have the ball at the 37-yard line, and Eberflus is going for it on 4-4.
I'm gonna come.
Sadly, the drive stalls after that, but the Bears get some points on the board with another Santos field goal. The Vikings get the ball again, and Cousins is cooking.
Denied.
Yes, he's cooking delicious turnovers. That's the classic Kirk Cousins I know. The Bears are storming back, and Fields shows off why he's the goddamn man with a 50-yard rushing touchdown. That gets wiped off because of a questionable call right over here. Bears have to settle for another field goal, but this one puts them on top. But you can only contain the king of 12 o'clock NFL games for so long. Kirk Cousins eats up the clock and gets the Vikings back into the end zone for a touchdown. Their extra point converts, and now it's 29-22. With less than 3 minutes left, it's time for Christian quarterback Justin Fields to play some goddamn football. A bad start to the drive with a fumble, but our boys recover. He passes up to Montgomery for a first down. Fields finds a wide open receiver who gets a first down, but stupidly doesn't run out of bounds and fumbles the ball. Bears lose this one, 29-22. Okay, now I may sound like a crazy man, but this is the best I've felt about the Bears all season since week 1. It was a loss, sure, but everybody who should have a future here in Chicago had a good day. The coaching staff, Darnell Mooney, Justin Fields. Everybody who sucked probably won't have a future here in Chicago, so I don't give a shit. We also finally got to see some success on the passing side of the ball. Fields had 208 passing yards in 21 attempts. Definitely not too crazy, but when you consider in week 2 he went 7 for 11, it's a step in the right direction for him. And give credit to Matt Eberflus for calling out some ballsy moves on the offensive side of the ball. Even if they didn't always pan out, it still shows his strategy is in the right place. Considering how this game started and how it could have gone, this is a big moral victory for the Bears. I know that's loser's talk, but I don't care. This year is about performances. At least they gave us something to care about today. So I tip my hat to you, the Bears. It's time to hand out the Best Bear Boy Award. And who else should get it this week other than Justin Fields? 208 passing yards, a passing touchdown, 47 rushing yards, and an unofficial 50-yard rushing touchdown. Don't worry, Justin, it's official in my book. Now let's take a look around the NFL to see what some other less exciting teams are doing. Unsatisfied with his involvement with the most boring game of football of all time in Week 3, Russell Wilson has Broncos country riding to the new record holder for the most boring game of football of all time. I sure hope Amazon got its money's worth in this absolute snoozer of a game that featured 0 touchdowns. 0. How does that happen? How do you score 0 touchdowns? This game was so awful that Broncos fans left early, and that was when the game was tied. I know Justin Fields has struggled this season, but if you ever feel down about that, just know it could be worse. We could have spent 3 first-round draft picks and committed $245 million to get Russell Wilson. So yeah, maybe it's not too bad. The Packers went up to London to lose. They didn't win. They lost to the Giants, who don't have any wide receivers. It's okay, Aaron Rodgers. It's not your fault. It's always your wide receiver's fault. Just go ahead and smoke a blunt and just don't care about anything like you usually do. The Atlanta Falcons took on Tom Brady's Buccaneers. It was looking like the Falcons were going to be able to stop Tom Brady and get the ball back, but hold on. Here come the NFL refs to come in and save Tom Brady. That sack was too harsh. Tom Brady's going through a lot right now with his divorce. He doesn't need you to sack him in a way that looks like every other sack that isn't called for roughing the passer. The penalty results in the Bucs getting a key first down, and the NFL's Golden Goose gets his football team back on track. A sacrifice has been made. We have our first head coach firing of the season. Matt Rule had the unfortunate position of being the head coach of the Carolina Panthers, a team that features a roster full of quarterbacks who actually can't play football. Unsurprisingly, his team has gone 1-4, but this is unsatisfactory to the Panthers front office as they have fired him. He's gone. It's a quick turnaround this week as the Bears will be hosting the Washington Redacteds for an Amazon Prime Time Thursday night game. The Commanders will be coming into Soldier Field with Carson Wentz under center. Carson Wentz is on his 3rd team in 3 seasons. I would say he sucks, but he's actually undefeated against the Bears, so he just sucks against everybody else. We bring you over to our Bears analyst, who's going to give you his predictions for next week's game, Tony Romano.
Hey, who the hell are the Commanders? Are they some type of XFL team?
No, Tony, they used to be the Redskins, but you can't say Redskins anymore because it's racist.
Well, then why the hell did you say it, you friggin' racist?
I'm going to fire you.
Good, fire me. I don't want this stupid job. You only pay me in Subway coupons anyways.
Look, I'm sorry. If you behave yourself, I'll up your salary to Burger King coupons.
Alright, you drive a hard bargain, but I'll accept. Everybody in the NFC East is off to great starts, except for the Commanders, who seem to have missed out on that train. They're 1-4 to start the season, but their only win is against the Jaguars, so that doesn't count. And who's even on this team? They got Carson Wentz, and that's it. If it wasn't for that horrible ACL tear back in 2017, he probably would still be tearing up Washington as a Philadelphia Eagle. Sadly, that ACL tear also had an adverse effect of losing all of his knowledge of being a good quarterback, so now he's got to play for Washington. Apparently, the Commanders are pretty bad at running the football, so that will be a nice break for our horrible defensive line. This is going to be 2 crappy teams slugging it out. They might give a performance so crappy that I would almost rather want to watch that Crappy Rings Power Show on Amazon Prime. These teams both suck, but the Bears probably suck a little less, so I'm going Bears 24, Commanders 20.
Thank you, Tony. And you did so well with that prediction that I'm giving you a bonus. A coupon to Golden Corral.
Yes, tonight I'm going to eat like a king.
Well, that's going to be it for today's episode. Bears lose. But did they really? Well, technically yes, but from an organizational standpoint, they did not. If they have more games like this, where their best players play their best, maybe it won't be too boring of a season. Make sure you smash those like and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you next week. Good night, God bless, and go Bears.